Hi Gemini, so let's see what's going on for you in love, and let's pull an oracle card first for you. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. Eros, passion is really being ignited. The maiden and the creator. So this is awesome. I love that this much energy came out right off the bat, because Eros is getting in touch with that, sexual energy, that that passion, and it's kind of renewing you in some way when it comes to love. So there could be an exciting new connection that comes in, but this is like really liberating you in love in a way, because it's making you realize like what you can create in your love life, and how you don't need to stick to the same old routines or patterns and whatever. You're liberating yourself and kind of like evolving in a whole new way with love. So who's coming towards Gemini? Who is coming towards Gemini? King of Cups reversed. And let's see, clarify. Yep. So this is like a fated connection in some way. Wheel of Fortune came out. Also, fixed signs might be significant. That's Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. But it was probably someone also that like you feel there's deep emotions here. You know there's deep emotions, but they're either repressed or they're just not being expressed in some way. So what is going to be this person's action towards, what action are they going to take towards Gemini? Yep, returning to some old issue, but they feel like you're, like a soulmate connection. You feel like home. There's some sort of ease and just flow with this connection. And that's why they keep on, coming back, but they want to come back to kind of resolve, something. But what is their intentions? Their intentions is to kind of come back and maybe reconsider being in a relationship, because 9 of Cups reversed, that's like considering a relationship. And what are their inner feelings, their deeper inner feelings towards Gemini? There's a friendship here and everything, but they definitely do want more. They felt like things could have been a little bit more solid, like you guys could have worked on things together. But yeah, there's some, and it caused them a lot of stress. They're stressed about coming back to confront this in general. They're dealing with their own inner turbulence and tension. And yeah, it's just some sort of like heart fog. They have some sort of mixed signals or blocked emotions, and their emotions are trying to speak to them, but they're blocking them off. They're suppressing them and they're not listening, but you can only do that for so long. And they're coming up. So, how will Gemini know who this is? Libra, somebody really balanced, somebody really fair, some sort of just connection that you've had before. But yeah, it seems like they're ready to let their walls down. Where they had walls up before, they're ready to let them down. So let's see, how do you feel about this person? Oops. You felt like, yeah, there was a right timing for this. How else do you feel about them? And there could have been a lot of luck and opportunity and excitement, but it wasn't the right time. So there was a need to slow down. And maybe they were acting a little bit like the Page of Wands, just a little bit more immature and fiery and like more fling energy. But like, yeah, it also just, there is huge potential. It's just not the right time. So how do they view you? Solid, like they want to direct their time and energy towards you, and they feel like, there was a way they gave you their time, that they needed to go back and reevaluate. Yeah, there was just some sort of like them needing to go hermit mode a bit to heal in general, so they can realize like where they're directing their time and energy, because maybe they were putting too much energy into work or other connections, and there was an imbalance, and they're realizing that now. So what is the outcome of this situation? There's there's kind of a recognition of the strong connection, you know, of just the higher knowing of this connection. It's very subconscious. There's you know, just a, strong connection. The outcome, clarify the temperance in the High Priestess. This is pretty big energy. But yeah, it's releasing past disappointments, and clearing up some sort of illusions. But it will take a little bit of time to do this, because it's like literally balancing out the spiritual and the physical, and making sure that all the spiritual communication is actually happening in the 3D, and you can get like that grounded too, and make sure that happens, so there's a little bit less confusion, because this seems like a spiritual connection where there might be like some confusion sometimes. So advice for Gemini, what else does Gemini need to know? Yeah, it's all about figuring out how you can work together. And I love this. It's like the masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang energy. And it's all about appreciating each other's like different energy, but like discovering how you can really work together with it. And it might be very new and it's very exciting, but yeah, it's leading you to open up a whole new door when it comes to love. You know, where you were maybe blocked off before, where you kept your heart a little bit more secure. You know, both of you can open up your hearts to this connection in a new way. What's the future of this connection? Lovers came out. So this is a strong like love connection. Twin flames on the bottom of this deck. This is a strong high level soulmate connection, and it's all about bringing that out into the open, you know, because it's very subconscious right now, very like energetic, very like in your guys' minds a little bit too much, but it's kind of realizing where both of you have been hermit mode and like keeping, you know, things to yourselves in each other's corners, where there can actually be a solid partnership here. Engagement ring, you guys complement each other. This is a union. You could, you know, this could be really a strong union that just brings a lot of like completion to both of you, and it's all about finding that, balancing at that union energy too, that energetic like connection. Like you do gotta open up all your chakras, so the trinity of you two coming together like can be very solid, you know, and so you can be connected in that higher way. I might be going through a kundalini activation with this with this energy, but it is renewing you in a whole new way. Just make sure you do the energy work, and that you really like, you know, meditate and get all your chakras aligned, because that's the most important thing that will stabilize, you know, a connection like this and make it less confusing. So you start getting into the heart more, and, you know, get out of the mind, and you can see clearly like where you would be in the mind seeing confusions. You can actually like be more in your heart and that higher knowing, and, you know, really tuned in, turned on. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Gemini. Let me know if you would like a reading. Check out my link in bio.